play this record as frequently as possible.
Gotta get right with it down. One thing running, get a med. Everyone now is down. No second guessing, I gotta get ready.
What is going on, you guys? It is your boy Virgil here, and welcome back to another episode here on Dragon Ball Legends. Today, I'm going to be talking on my final predictions for the Legends Festival 2022 Part 2. I did make a video on this about 2-3 days ago, so it's kind of crazy to have something shift so drastically like this with this recent update. We got a huge future-themed patch when everyone was speculating USS or even some form of, I guess, FSK for like the Ultra or even the Part 2 banners. I was highly speculating Universe Survival Saga to be that theme just because they were buffing the tag all year long. It doesn't, isn't a real viable team. We do need some team diversity, and it could be that we get some with this future patch as well. But future theme literally came out of nowhere. Didn't expect it just because, hey, we got future theme for second Annie, for third Annie, for Legends Festival last year. It's just future. They don't stop buffing the tag, and well, we have some new predictions. We did get just this LF Rose Goku Black Zenkai, and let me tell you guys, he is a whole lot of the same. He feels very similar. He obviously got a stat increase. He obviously got 2 unique abilities, but is he, making the largest impact right now? Not so much. However, he might be a decent option when we see some new units for Future because the entire tag is kind of dried out. Future Gohan probably being the only and the best unit on the team at the very current moment. And we also got this new free-to-play Zamasu, which I did 14-star the first day. Still got to make a video on it, but my goodness, was it a horrible idea for them to drop a Platinum equip locked behind the co-op. I think that's the worst decision they've ever done because it put me off my Insta Showcase where I could have just spent a couple thousand, if need be, energy on it, get the first slot done. Instead, I grinded about almost a full day on this co-op to get a decent first slot. So horrible method, right? Great update. Yeah, we got a free-to-play unit, we got an LF Zenkai, and we got a LF Platinum equip. So it was a jam-packed update, and it kind of does say that we're going to get something future related, right? If this doesn't scream future next, like, I don't know what will scream future next, but like I said, I thought we were going to get something USS related. We very well could still see something. You never really know. They like to mix up the themes. They like to add, we still have a potential Part 2 and a Part 3. So a next featured LF and then even an Ultra unit towards the very last week or even the start of the next year, because I don't know how they're going to drop the LF and then an Ultra banner a week later before the year ends. But I'm thinking that might be what happens just because the Ultra last year dropped before the year ended. Don't really know, but in this video, I'm going to go down through all my new and final thoughts on what we could potentially be seeing for the Part 2 and Part 3. So make sure to drop a like and a sub if you guys are new to the channel, because I do upload here every single day with Legends content. And it's just straightforward. Like I said, it seems very apparent that it is going to be Future now. And there's not many options they can do with Future. It's limited. But at the same time, they do have a lot of repetitive, very hype nature aspects. Can they drop a new Goku Black and we'll be hype? Probably, right? This guy is, we don't have a really solid Goku Black in the game. This is the best one, I believe. I don't think there's another Goku Black that is better than this one. VB, he has a Zenkai. He's kind of washed up. He needs a Platinum equip already. Future Gohan is timeless. Fantastic support unit. Still on the best team in the game, being Sun Family. But on Future, he's carrying the tag on his arms. He's holding them high, but team needs some big help. They need some brand new units. We did get, if we open up the Future tag here, we did get Trunks not too long ago, a Super Saiyan Trunks. We did get the androids in the middle of the year, and it's not enough. It's not enough. The power creep is definitely overwhelming to the point where even with a full color wheel, even with the vast amount of options, we have the tag Goku, or not the tag. We need a tag Goku Black and Zamasu, so that could be a thing here. But we have the Sis Goku Black Zamasu, which is still not horrible. We have the LF Cell, which is a good option. Sort of Hope is a decent option. Like I said, the top 3 here. This Trunks we got not that long ago. They have a full roster, but nothing that really competes with the meta or even Sun Family movies or even the new GT setup, right? GT was dead for a long time. They advanced so much that they can compete in the meta. So Future needs a massive buff. Do they deserve it? Probably not. They've gotten so many buffs, you know, like I said, second Annie, third Annie, Legends Fest, many months of random buffs here and there. So they love to buff future. We already know that. I can jump into some of the thoughts here. I know a lot of you guys are seeing the thumbnail and thinking, like, what is the main thing that would be like a seller for future, right? Like, this is the main hype for future. I want to talk and discuss on one thing before we do break down the characters here, and that is, I guess in my last speculation video, I didn't even include that we got leaks. I mean, I'm sure everybody knows, like the majority of people that have been keeping up with the content here knows about these leaks here. We got a new card, a leaked card, a transformation card, and that's kind of what we were thinking for the part 1, that the tag 4s might fuse into Gogeta 4 because of this leaked card before the start of the festival. And no one has really talked about it or mentioned it since. It's still a thing in the game. It's been data mined. It exists. So, you know, is this the potential new mechanic that we are gonna see for part 2 or part 3? And that means a transformation unit or even a fusion unit. It does look like a fusion card, right? He uses an ultimate and gets the fusion or whatever. We still have yet to see that. On top of this new unique gauge, it seems like a timed thing to where, you know, you have a timed fusion. That's like the main thing on my mind, is that if you take a quick look right here on this, it says unique gauge icon glass time. The name of this asset here, the unique gauge, is called glass time, so I'm assuming it's going to have like a timed either transformation. They do buff. This is the time for a fusion unit to drop. You know, celebrations are the big money makers of the year for the game, for the developers, for pretty much everything. So like the most hype of characters that they could possibly drop are usually fusion units. We see a lot of Vegetos, we see a lot of Gogetas, and this might not be any different. Last year we got Ultra Gogeta. For this anniversary, we got Ultra Vegeto, and now, you know, we got our celebratory fusion unit still not here because they decided to drop the tag 4s. It looks like they're going with the anniversary format, so we're expecting to see a part 2 being another LF, and then a part 3 being the Ultra, right? You never know, they could switch it up. They could do the part 2 be the Ultra and not even drop a part 3. But we're going to break down everything here. The first unit in my mind that actually didn't come up because I didn't think it was going to be future buffs. Straight up, I did not think that this part 2 even had a smidge of a chance of being future buffs. But at the same time, I literally talked about in the last video, hey, they didn't buff the tag for a little while, but they're probably not going to drop it because this tag gets overly buffed all the time, given they're not the current meta, but they are always fluctuating in the meta. They're always getting new units. They're getting an all-star banner units. They're getting platinum equips. They're getting LFs. They're getting everything, bro. So this is the first unit that does come to mind. We just got a tag Goku and Vegeta. Why not drop another tag unit back-to-back? Just fit the theme, right? For the anniversary, we got 2 Gokus back-to-back in a fusion. Maybe now 2 tag units back-to-back and another fusion. Originally, I thought USS. We could still talk about USS. I don't want to leave. That's one tag that I really want to see get some love, but we're just being realistic here. Future just got a buff. If it's going to be Future, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta with Trunks doing the Gatling gun against, I believe it's Corrupted CMZ already, or Fusion CMZ, I think. It's Fusion CMZ at this point. Yeah, this could be an insanely hyped character. It'd be really good buffs for Future, obviously. Vegeta Clan. Even God Key's going to have the tag because he's in Super Saiyan Blue. And the mechanic within itself is very hype. The tag switch mechanic is very hype. So I think that is a huge selling factor of like this character. It's going to drop at some point, right? So why not now? You know what's funny is I did talk on the leaked cards, this transformation or transforming card and the Hourglass. I really do think that we might actually see him now. At first, I didn't. In the first speculation video, I did not think it was a possibility. We just got a Vegeto for the anniversary, and to now even consider, like, he's the most hyped character in the Future arc, right? So if you're going to drop a Future character, you know, they could really drop the, you know, we don't know what formats they're really going for right now. This is the first year where they switched up the format completely for Annie. Why not them switch up the format for Festival 2? Maybe they drop the Ultra early and is Vegeto Blue. Or maybe they continue with Future buffs, like for the part 2, but it's not the Ultra, and then for the Ultra they drop VB. But the main thing is I am considering this the cards here, right? Not this, I don't like doing that, but the cards, right? Transformation, right? This is a time thing. If you really think about how Vegeto Blue happened, they had a timed situation to where they couldn't finish off Corrupted CMZ just because of their timed Patara situation. Scroll down. I seen this post the other day, this one right here, that kind of made so much sense, and it's literally that. They had a timed transformation, and it fits these cards, and that's what has me thinking about this. So to shout out to whoever this is, shout out to Grazdog, because he's been leaking a lot of, or data mining a lot of different things. So he's helping out the community here of kind of predicting what is going on next. Something else here he did data mine, something for Universe 7. So you don't really know 110%. This is a USS, like Universe Survival Saga 7, appearing to be Icon. So, you know, they have a lot of different things. This is another leaked asset here. Emojis. You know, they could have a lot of jam-packed stuff coming for part 2. Imagine they did, right? This part 1 being a single banner, and then they dropped a dual banner for part 2 would literally blow my mind. Like, we've been shitting on this, you know, Legends Fest because it's deserved, right? Not really hype start of the festival. They gave us the most hype thing prior to the festival being the Beast Gohan movie celebration, which they should have saved for the part 1 of Fest, in my opinion. They could have started out with the Tag 4s, and it would have done justice for that month going into Beast, but they didn't. So they gave us that. They lowered the Z power. They gave us 1 banner. Imagine they did 2. This is me just coping. This is me coping. This is not, you know, legitimate, like probably what they're going to do. They want to make the most money. They'll probably drop a single LF banner again and a 1% sparking unit. But imagine the way that they topped last year is that they dropped a part 1 LF banner, and then for part 2, they dropped a dual banner with one side being USS and one side being Future. Let me know in the comment sections, is that a real possibility if they do want to top last year's? Can they do that? Will they drop a dual LF banner right now for the part 2, which is coming within two-ish weeks from now? We are in December 7th. We can see in about less than 2 weeks to 2 weeks from now. A thing here, Vegito Blue is definitely a possibility. If not the LF, then definitely the Ultra. We already have LF's variants, but maybe an LF transforming, like fusing, or like a Goku Vegeta fusing tag unit, something of the sort. You know, just something with a new mechanic. I keep drawing out the new mechanic that we did see because it got data mined and it hasn't been implemented yet. So the way that they keep the year fresh or the hype going is the new mechanic. Last year it was the tag switch. This year we don't have anything. We got another tag switch that didn't fuse, and now we're waiting to see what, like, where they're going to implement a new mechanic or something different to kind of spice things up. But you know, VB is definitely always in the talk of either being the next part 2-ish or even the part 3, right? Like, let's save the Ultra. We are expected to have some form of fusion unit. Let's keep that factor in mind. Fusion unit, it's going to be future buffs, and we haven't gotten a new mechanic yet. And it does seem likely that those mechanics are fitting for a Vegito type character. Next off is that we have Corrupted CMZ. If we're going into fusion buffs, he is probably one of the more hyped characters that we could have for the celebration. PO definitely deserves some more buffs. That tag could use it. Future can obviously use it. They can use an Ultra, right? Do they have a current Ultra? They do not have an Ultra. So teams without an Ultra, that, you know, if you get one, your team is definitely going to get buffed to the extreme at that given moment. So an Ultra CMZ would definitely switch things up from the Saiyan Ultra theme that they have been doing. There's only 4 accessible summonable Ultras, and they're all Saiyans. 3 of them are Super Saiyans, right? Broly, we got Gogeta, and we got Vegito, and then we got the Kaioken Goku. Let's have a different type of Ultra character. Let it be maybe Corrupted Muramasa. I'm kind of here for it. It's going to be a main on Future. It's going to buff God Key, and it's also going to buff powerful opponents. So definitely adding some more diversity into the meta, which is definitely what I want to see at the very moment. Maybe another Goku from the arc I think would definitely be cool. More buffs for God Key, more buffs for Future. And even Goku Black, like I said, he's definitely hyped. They can keep reusing him. They have a ton of them in the game already, but you definitely keep using it. I know a lot of people would be down for like a Rage Goku, something like Revival Goku that we have in the game, but, you know, just a different one, something better, you know, better animations and whatnot. If we're going back to USS, this is still me coping. The only thing we can go off of USS is hype. They buffed the tag all year, and it's still possible. Like, the amount of possibilities that they can do with this tag, say if they did decide to either not give it to us for part 2, right? It's very, very likely at this very moment that it's going to be Future, because they're hinting with all these new stuff that they just updated us with in this weekly update. Might be Future, but Kefla, I didn't even mention her in my last prediction video, which I was talking about USS, but it is a fusion unit, so that checks off the fusion celebration thing. It's a Patara timed fusion, so that, you know, Kefla, Kale, tag unit, potential fusion, something of the sort would be cool. Or an ultimate. They don't even need to be tag units, right? For Vegito to work, I don't think he needs to be a tag unit. Just have him be either Goku or Vegeta, and then in the ultimate, have him transform. So just a new mechanic in general where you're having a new transforming unit, and you have a unique gauge after the transformation where it's timed, but the tag into fusion would be so much cooler. So I would much prefer that. But Kefla not being out of the picture. Gogeta 4. I would not mind this whatsoever. Checks off the fusion aspect of the celebration. It checks off more buffs for GT, which they finally got their buffs with this part 1 in over a year and a half without any summonable units. So top of the game right now. If you want more longevity for that tag specifically, this is going to buff fusions. This is going to buff GT. This is going to buff Saiyans. Just multiple tags. We need to see more diversity other than currently GT is the only team that gave some diversity to the meta, and we still have the OP Sun Family hybrid movies build. So Gogeta 4, definitely something that would be insanely hype for the game. I think people would enjoy this as being the Ultra character. This is speaking Ultra specifically, right? If we were to talk about the part 2, it's mainly future. USS, I'm still coping. They do something with USS. Tag units. Goku Frieza, still a possibility there, right? There's a lot of things that have indicated that USS is, you know, they want to close up. They want to make this an official tag. They've been buffing the tag all year. We got Beerus, we got Jiren, we got Kaioken Goku, we got MUI Goku, we got Golden Frieza. We got all these different characters, and the team is not viable. So give us a Frieza, give us a Goku. I would love to see this iconic scene. I would love to see, you know, just something USS related. Buff the tag. Give us another UI Omen Goku. Zenkai UI Omen, bro. Make this festival hype. Even with all the things that they're doing, right? And the part 1 being a little bit underwhelming. This even update with all the jam-packed stuff. The LF Zenkai, the Plat, and the new unit. It's just underwhelming, bro. It's the celebration needs a kickstart. They need to do something out of the ordinary. They got to dig deep into, like, hey, spend a little bit more for us. But we do have this, you know, other things. We have a unique gauge lock. Imagine we see something with the unique gauge lock. So many units are in trouble with this, but they are on to something more. But yeah, our final one is still going to be FSK. I think it is very possible if we're thinking of like ultra specific, not even for the part 2 anymore, but ultra specific. FSK is still, you know, one of the more iconic scenes to ever exist in Dragon Ball. And this guy, you know, they don't care about power creep. They want to see teams broken. It'll fit perfectly with the Sun Family hybrid Saiyan build. So Pan, Beast Gohan, him is going to make the most toxic trio. But this is strictly for the potential part 3. We're expected to see something for future. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. If there's anything that I missed future-wise. But I really do think if we were to see future, they're going to bank on an Ultra or even just a top-tier next Vegito Blue type character. I really didn't think it was going to be him. But he's in the conversation now. CMZ, you know, maybe they want to stop giving Ultras to Saiyans only, and they'll give it to CMZ because they're buffing future. But yeah, this is going to conclude the video. Let me know what y'all think. This character is very possible. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the very next one. Stay frosty, and I'm out.